This is Jacqueline Price, aka Rich Sister. I just want to pose a question. What you going back to the boat for? Now, shout out to Bishop Greg Davis because in his message on Clubhouse today, he was talking about being a water walker. And I said this on Clubhouse at the end. I just want to pose this to you as a question. What you going back to the boat for? Peter took that step of faith and got out on the water. Now, say what you want to say about him. He got out on that water. He got out on that water. Some of you are scared to go out on that water. You are so tied to the boat. And I have the question, what are you going back to the boat for? What is in that boat that you're so tied to? What's in that boat? What is in that boat that you are so tied to? You're tied to something. Whether it's people, places, or things, you are tied. You are so tied to that boat. What is about that boat that has you tied? What is having you tied to the boat? People, places, things, broken dreams, broken promises. What has you tied to that boat? What has you tied? What has you tied to the boat? What has you tied to the boat? What has you tied? What has you tied to the boat? Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about that? What ties you to the boat? What has you tied? What has you tied to the boat? People, places, things. What has you tied? That's a question you got to ask yourself. What has you tied to the boat? What has you tied? Something has got you on that boat, afraid to leave the boat. What is it? Is it a person? Is it a place? Is it a thing? What has got you tied to that boat? Be willing, like Peter, to take that step of faith and get out the boat. Get out the boat. Now, say what you want to about Peter. I know some of you say, well, he was the one that denied Jesus 3 times. But let me also remind you, he was the one that spoke on the day of Pentecost. That's right. Peter was the one that spoke on the day of Pentecost. Jesus could trust him with that assignment. Jesus, let me remind y'all, is the living water. Jesus is the living water. He's the living water. What's got you tied to that boat? Why are you wanting to go back into the boat or stay in the boat? What's got you tied to that boat? You really got to figure out what got you tied to that boat. Whatever you think is important in that boat is not more important than your destiny. Your destiny is everything. Your destiny is everything. And not just for you, for your family, those around you, to reach out to the entire world. The world needs your voice. The world needs your voice. What has got you tied into that boat? Whatever it is, be willing to step out on that water and keep walking. Keep the water under your feet. Don't be afraid. Get out of that boat and walk with the living water of Jesus today, okay? Take care. You be blessed always.